Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Marilyn and I'm a Pilates instructor. I've been teaching Pilates on the mat and on the reformer and on small apparatus for about 20 years. And I was supposed to teach my first Pilates class at eMbody today. But instead, I'm reaching you through this video and I hope to meet you in my class in person soon. I thought we'd start with the basics, some core work, some breath, a half-hour workout that you could do on your own anytime, along with some alignment tips that you could take along with you to other workouts, whether you're on the treadmill or in an aerobics class or doing weights. So we'll start lying down. Pilates is all about lengthening the muscles and lengthening your spine. So when you lie down, start by making yourself as long as you can be. Reach your hips away from your ribs. Maybe put a little weight into your heels. Press the back of the neck into the mat. Make sure that your heels are lined up with your hips and your feet are parallel, outside of your feet, parallel with the mat. And then just relax your arms by your side. Again, fingers long. Elbows soft, shoulder blades gliding down the back. And start to focus on your breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. So the breathing is different from yoga. Of course, as in yoga and any exercise, just keeping breathing and not holding your breath is most important. But in Pilates, it's based on this principle. When you inhale through the nose, you're lengthening your spine. There's more space in between your vertebrae. When you exhale through the mouth, you're actually engaging your deepest muscles in your core, your transverse abdominis. In fact, if you press your fingertips into that area and give a little cough, you will feel that area tighten. So that's what we're working in. Couple more times, just for nothing. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale and employ your core. Good. I also like to start with a little reset, very, very small movements. So now I want you to isolate your right hip. Just lift that right hip for 5, 4, last time. And left side, 5, nicely done. We're going to start with something that's called an imprint, moving the whole pelvis now. Used to be called a pelvic tilt, but we don't like to think that way in Pilates. We're just going to gently flatten this natural curve in the lumbar into the mat using the abdominal muscles. In other words, I don't want you to use your glutes right now, although they're important. I don't want you to push. I want you to gently use your abdominal muscles to pull the hips toward the ribs and then release on the inhale. Exhale, navel to spine, back gently imprints into the mat, hips come toward the ribs. Inhale to release to neutral. A few more, exhale. And release. 2 more. And release last time. Quick explanation for why it's important to know your neutral pelvis is that if you're working your abdominals to do the load of taking your ribs to your hips, but instead you do a pelvic tilt, you've taken the work basically away from the abdominals and you're just lifting your neck. Whereas in the ab prep, the first exercise we're going to do, you're going to be using your abdominals to take your ribs to your hips. So again, arms long by your side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, first lengthen the back of the neck and then nod the chin and curl your spine up into a C shape. Ribs are approaching the hips. The C shape in your spine is the ribs at the bottom, the neck and the head at the top. Inhale here and exhale to slowly reprint one vertebra at a time down onto the mat. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale, curl, navel to spine. Don't tilt your pelvis, reaching the fingers long. Inhale at the top. And exhale to release. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, curl. Inhale here. And exhale to release. I'll do 2 more. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, navel to spine, curl up into your C shape, shoulders still away from the ears. Inhale here, and exhale. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Inhale at the top, and exhale to release. Gently take your head from side to side to release any tension in the neck. I'm going to show you a prop that you could use if you do have neck tension. Of course, you can simply take your fingers behind your head for the ab prep, or you can create a sling with a simple towel. A towel this size folded in half works nicely. Make sure to anchor it under your shoulder blades. Find the upper corners. Keep your elbows wide, pelvis neutral, and use it as a sling. So you'll inhale to prepare, and exhale. Just let the weight of your head rest in the towel. Inhale at the top, and release. And now we're going to take the spine up from the other end in a Pilates bridge. So again, make sure your heels are lined up with your hip bones. Arms are relaxed, and we're still thinking about all of the core muscles drawing into the midline. You're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, press up into your bridge. Everybody's shape and ability is different. You are engaging your glutes, you are engaging your quads, navel to spine, and we're doing something called knitting the ribs, which is facilitated by that exhale through your mouth. Inhale here, and exhale, lengthen down one vertebra at a time with control. And finally, release to neutral. As you inhale, exhale, imprint your spine the way we talked about, and then press up into your bridge. Try to work equally through both sides of the body. Inhale at the top, and exhale, one vertebra at a time. Start upper back, mid back, and finally low back. Feels so good. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, imprint, and press. Feel the connection between your heels and your glutes. As you inhale, think of getting longer from the kneecaps. And exhale, think of sending your tail to the opposite wall. More and more space in between your vertebrae. Nicely done. 2 more. Inhale at the bottom. Purse your lips and exhale through the mouth to press up into your bridge, remembering to draw your navel to your spine, engage your glutes, and continuing to knit the ribs. Inhale and exhale. Nicely done. Last time. Inhale and exhale to press up sequentially. Inhale here and exhale to sequence down. one vertebra at a time, and again, trying to come down equally on both sides of the body. Nicely done. This time, just take your knees from side to side, relaxing the core muscles that you were working. Good. Now we're going to do hip circles. I'll show you a few options. The idea of hip circles in Pilates is twofold. You're stabilizing one side while you are basically mobilizing the other, kind of lubricating your hip joints. So with one foot securely planted on the floor, you're going to take the other leg into tabletop. You can have your arms by your side. Sometimes I like to use my fingertips like monitors to make sure that the supporting hip is not moving. So the idea is to inhale to begin and exhale to circle. This hip is not moving. The shin is staying parallel to the ceiling, and the motion is the femur bone in the hip socket. I'll do 2 more in this direction. And last time, I'm going to reverse my direction. It should feel nice and relaxed, like your femur bone is a spoon that you're stirring through a thick pot of stew. 2 more. Nicely done. Other side. Stabilizing side, lubricating side. What I don't want you to do is to move this hip. So this is the wrong way. I want you to keep this hip stable, and it requires a lot more core work than you might think. I'll show you another wrong way. This is not about the knee going around. It's just about the femur moving in the socket and the breath. Now I'll show you a couple of options that will make this more challenging or feel better or worse on your body, something for you to try. So this is the starter version, which we just did. You also have the choice of extending your working leg and circling like this, as long as it doesn't take this hip along with it. So again, stabilizing and moving. Another option is to have the moving leg bent and the supporting leg straight on the mat. Again, knitting the ribs, navel to spine, neutral spine. Inhale one way and exhale on the other side. So it's slow. Each full circle takes an inhale and an exhale. I'll reverse the direction. Inhale and exhale. Finally, you can extend both legs as long as you're keeping your hips stable. So you inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Reverse direction and then change side. So I would recommend 10 circles on each side. That's 5 in each direction. From here, we are going to turn over, sit up the back safe way, and go into some extensions. So Pilates is about a balanced workout for your spine. Yes, you use your core. Yes, you use all your muscles, in fact. But a complete Pilates workout will take you into flexion, which is what we've just been doing. It will take you into rotation, which we will add, but also into extension. So again, I'm going to start with a basic extension. You're going to have your face down, you're going to keep your neck long, you're going to engage your glutes, you're going to keep your navel in your spine, and you're going to use your back muscles and your abdominal muscles, because your core is much like an apple core. It's not just in the front, it wraps around your whole center. Inhale to prepare, and exhale, navel to spine, lengthen the body up, keeping the back of the neck long. Inhale here, and exhale down. Again, inhale, exhale. Really reach the crown of your head to one wall and your toes and your tail to the other, keeping the spine long and the abs engaged. Inhale at the top and exhale to come down. If you'd like a challenge, you could take your arms with you. Inhale, exhale, lift. You won't come up as high, but that's okay. Inhale here, and exhale down. Another position is airplane arms. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lengthen, reaching out the crown of the head to keep the neck long. Inhale here, and exhale to come down. Press back into a child's pose, which you may recognize from yoga. In Pilates, we call it shell. Just to bring length back into the spine and to counter any tension that we may have caused with the extension. Now I'm going to do rotation. So if you need a block to lift up, you can do so. Otherwise, make sure that you're sitting in neutral and tall enough. Your feet don't have to be that wide. Right up on your sit bones. Shoulder blades gliding down the back at all times, crown of the head, or even think tops of the ears up to the ceiling. Arms are to your side. As we inhale, we're going to think of getting taller and taller and taller. As we exhale, we turn the back thumb down and reach the pinky forward. We're going to inhale to restack up sequentially from the bottom all the way to neutral. And exhale back to center. This is called the saw. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, back thumb points down, pinky reaches forward. Inhale, navel to spine, sequence up, rolling like a wave through the spine. And exhale to center. One more time each side. Inhale, longer, longer, longer. Exhale, reach longer, and you're reaching forward. It's called the saw because you're trying to saw off your baby toe with your pinky. Inhale to restack, even as you're trying to increase the rotation through your spine. Exhale. Last time, inhale, taller, 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 taller. Exhale, longer, longer, longer. Inhale to restack that spine. And exhale to release. And then just give your legs a shake. Now I'm going to do roll like a ball. I'll start with a preparation, and if that is what you stay with, if that feels good enough for you at any time, then stay with that, and then I'll take it into the full roll like a ball. I'm going to transition directly from roll like a ball into single leg extensions, and then I'm going to add obliques. So how many of each you do is up to how you feel on a particular day. I'll do a few just to give you an idea of how it goes. So the preparation for roll like a ball involves finding your sit bones, sitting directly above them, shoulders down, navel to spine, lengthen the crown of the head to the ceiling. I'm just going to do a few to warm up the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale into your C shape, navel to spine, ribs together, not forcing the neck, just following the shape. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, use your abdominals as you create the C shape with your spine. Inhale and exhale. Good. Last time, inhale and exhale. Now to go into roll like a ball, I'm going to hold that C shape, take my toes to hover, and then I'm going to use my breath to roll my body back and forth. It's not about pumping the legs to get places. It's a very controlled movement that uses the breath and massages the spine into the mat. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. If you lose your balance, that's a good sign. It means that you're testing yourself. So you can do about 10 of those. I'm going to now go into single leg extensions. So from here, you reprint your spine down onto the mat, extend one leg long, keep one leg in a tabletop, outside fingertips on the ankle, inside fingertips on the knee, up in your C shape. We're going to inhale, exhale, switch. Exhale, exhale. Keeping your C shape. Back is imprinted whenever your legs are off the floor. And then, when you've done about 10 or 20 of these, you could take it into obliques. When you're going from side to side, it's not about the elbow to the knee, not even so much about the shoulder to the knee. It's about getting the bottom rib to approach the hip diagonally. All the while hugging muscle to bone and protecting the neck. And rest. There's another exercise that we can do from this position after you take a little break to relax your neck. You're going to curl back up to your C shape. You're going to extend one leg up and one leg out. I like to flex the feet for this one. You hold your leg wherever is comfortable for you, depends on your hamstring flexibility, and you're going to pulse. Body stays still. The only thing that moves is the leg and the breath. Again, I would do about 10 or 20 of those. When you come down, take your head from side to side and the legs. Good. Let's finish up with a cat-cow and then restacking into a Pilates position. Hands planted under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Again, crown of the head is reaching to one wall, tail is reaching to the other, shoulder blades gliding down your back. Inhale in neutral. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale to lengthen, and then lift the head and lift the tail into extension. Exhale, round. As you exhale and round the spine, think of opening up the back of the vertebrae. And then as you inhale, think of opening the front of the vertebrae. Do about 5 of these at the beginning or end of your workout. Come back to neutral, and then just take your spine into flexion by bending to one side, looking over your shoulder, trying to move both the rib cage and the pelvis toward each other, the hips. Nicely done. To finish, come to your feet. Relax the body down. Let gravity do the work for you. Give your head a shake. And we're going to restack up the Pilates way. So inhale into the back and exhale. Use your abdominals to restack up one vertebra at a time. Head comes up last. Hope you've enjoyed your workout today. Thank you.